Hola guys, happy Friday. It is 3:07 and I am headed out of here. I almost didn't think I was gonna make it to work, guys, and it wasn't because of me. Today started off a little chaotic. Little dude for the last few days has been sounding kind of congested. He does have allergies, and he looked a little last night at dinner. He didn't look himself. He looked a little tired. He looked a little sick. So I asked him if he was feeling okay. He said fine. You know, I did the mommy thing on the forehead and he assured me everything was good. So this morning he gets up and he comes down and he's super congested. I'm like, ooh, dude, you need to blow your nose. It is not good to keep all that in there. And no, I'm good. I'm fine. I said, you need to blow your friggin' nose. There's a lot of mucus in there. Then he finally blows his nose and I flashed back. A gusher started. A friggin' gusher. And last year, he did not have the nosebleeds like he has had for years and years and years. If you guys have been with me a while, you guys might remember that he has some nasal issues happening. The insides of his the little capillaries inside of his nostrils get super dry during the change of seasons, and they crack and bleed, and his nosebleeds are severe. So the gusher started, and I'm like, oh gosh, that's why he didn't want to blow his friggin' nose. That's why. And you pushed it. Poor kid, right? Gusher. It lasted about 30-40 minutes, and it won't stop until he blows out the clot. There's always a blood clot in there, a big mean blood clot.
Ticket in front of our code reader or tap lost ticket if you do.
And once that gets blown out, then the bleeding stops. Well, this clot took a while to blow out, but it eventually did. But we saw the school bus roll on by, and I was like, well, I'll just drop him off to school on the way to work. If I'm late to work, it ain't like my schedule, and you know, ain't been all jacked up all week long anyway. But something told me, check his temp. He doesn't look right. Make sure that his head's not hurting, that he's not dizzy. He said his head felt a little funny. It didn't hurt, but it felt a little funny. So I checked his temperature, and he had a low-grade fever. It was like 100 point something. And I'm like, uh-oh, it might be the beginnings of a cootie or something. But it's also associated with the whole sinus, nasal thing. Like I said, we just had a break from it. Last year wasn't as bad. I think maybe we've had one bad nosebleed and occasional spotting. But he had a low-grade temp, and I'm like, uh-oh, one, I don't want my baby to be sick, and two, I don't want to get sick from my baby. So I gave him a Zyrtec and a Tylenol, and I waited about an hour and a half to see if it was gonna break. If it broke, then I know it's all associated with all the boogers and stuff, and he's gonna be okay. If it broke, I was gonna, make sure he's good, and I was gonna come to work. So about an hour and a half later, I check his temp, and it's normal. So Tylenol and everything worked. He said the funny feeling in his head stopped, and he said he felt fine. He assured me he'll be fine. I can go to work. So I came to work and checked on him throughout the day, and he's fine. He's fine. No pain. The nose has behaved. He feels good. So he had a day off. He had another day off because he had a GI appointment on Tuesday. And I went ahead and let him stay home. Well, let him stay because I wasn't gonna drive all the way back and all the way back to our side of town and then all the way back to work. I ain't gonna do all that. That's too much driving. So he's had 2 days off this week. Oh, and as far as his GI, as far as that yearly checkup goes, he is good height to weight ratio. He is no longer, and hasn't been for a while, he's no longer malnourished or failure to thrive. He's doing well. Height to weight ratio, he's doing good. He looks good. He's healthy. So that's always exciting. That's always a positive thing, because we struggle so much with maintaining a healthy weight on him. But everything checked out good. They're gonna, they do the blood test to make sure there's no diabetes in there or stuff like that. But nothing's ever come back positive for any of that, so I don't anticipate that anything bad's gonna come from that. But that was good. So the week is over. It's been a hip hop here and there, this and that kind of week. I'm going to hit the thrift stores, guys, because guess what? I found out today, and I was the last person to find out because I'm the one that's not there. We got our bonus this year. Our clinic met all of the KPIs, all of the little goals that they're supposed to meet in order to get any type of bonus. So any kind of bonus is good, but you want to strive for like the higher bonus. And we got, as a clinic, each of us got a bonus of $1,030. I'm telling you, God is moving, because I'm just, concerned that until I get all of this done, my checks are going to be a little unbalanced. So that's going to help a lot. And no, I'm not going to go spend $1,000 on the thrift store, but it gives me comfort knowing that whatever $15, $20 I spend, if even that, he's going to be back in there in a few weeks. And I know some people might be like, really, Mel, you're stressing about $15 or $20. It's not because $15 or $20 is going to make or break me. It's just, I shop with more fun and joy when I don't have to worry about stuff like that. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't feel as fun, even though it is a distraction, a happy joy thing. Again, I don't get my nails done. I don't buy fancy clothes. I don't go clubbing. I don't have expensive habits or tastes. I like to thrift. But I am going to hit the thrift. Little dude has assured me he feels fine. Going to go sneak a peekaloo and look around. Don't really want anything. I just want to look. It's 3 o'clock and it's Friday. And even though I ain't been at work, it's been a long week. It's been a long, busy week. So I'm going to sneak a peekaloo and see what I'll find. And then Scream 7 starts today. And we're going to be there. Okay. Of all the franchises, Scream is one of my favorite. I have not seen one Scream that I don't like. I like all of the Screams. I can't say that about a lot of the other franchises. But Scream, I've enjoyed every one of the movies. So I think I'm more excited about it than Caleb is, even though he's excited to go. So get home. You all know it's Fast Food Friday. We got Whopper Wednesday and Fast Food Friday, so I got to pick up his nuggets. I always ask him, do you want to just go out and eat it at the McDonald's? And no, he doesn't want to. He'd rather sit and chill at home and nosh on his food. So I'll pick that up, and then we're going to go watch Scream 7. I'm super excited. Super excited. But what else? Anything else going on? Nah. I think I've already updated y'all on the health thing, and yeah. So I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Y'all know y'all are gonna go shopping with me. Okay, let's do a little voiceover because I found some really cute stuff in the store. Like this little case, I was obsessed, y'all. I wanted it. I thought all of these itty bitty little pieces were so amazing. It was missing the middle door in the center right there, but it's okay. I wanted it, but I didn't know what I was going to do with it, so I left it. I had this in my cart and then remembered I don't have any more wall space in my little laundry closet, so I left it. This is my life right now. I thought this was so creative. It's very country cute. I love it so much, but I don't know where I would put it. Y'all know me in baskets, but this was so stinking pretty. I thought this one looked like a booty. I like the colors, but yeah, it looks like a butt. This was freaky. This was a little freaky too, but I like that it looked like an arrowhead. Americana baskets. This was cute. These were cute. More basket loveliness. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, if I wasn't terrified of critters taking home in there, I'd buy them. This was kind of neat. I think my mom may have had something like this. It looked familiar to me. And I don't know if you'd spank your kid with this or use it as a charcuterie thing. Look, guys, I had him in my basket and then I realized he was missing a hand, so I put him back. I am so upset that I did not bring this home. I was so drawn to it. I loved the shape of it. Regrets. Look at this lovely. There were two of them too. Isn't this adorable? I thought about getting it to put a little plant in the back, but it's just one more itty bitty teeny tiny thing I need to clean and keep track of. I almost got this too, but it doesn't match anything in the house. I just like that it was metal. Look at this adorableness. I'm glad I saw it. So stinking cute. Little metal yacht, boat, ship, whatever. And the price is right. Look at this lovely birdie. I love these hand-carved wooden pieces. And I have a few stashed away in the garage. I may have to bring them back out. This is cute, but it's Christmas themed and that would drive me crazy real quick all year long. Look, guys. Oh, I wish I knew somebody that had a little girl because I would so buy these for her. Friggin' adorable. I loved this. This is another thing that I am regretting I didn't get. I collect these molds. I have yet to use them, but I collect this brand and I have some beautiful ones. Look, guys, a molcajete. I was so excited because the price was amazing. But then when I looked at it closer, the holes in the rock, look at that. Look how deep it is. That would be a bear to clean. This was cute. I considered it because I like the little wick wiggling around in there. But I left it. Nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. I wish I had had a cassette because I was so tempted to buy this just to record myself like we used to when we were little. I wonder if it works. I was so excited about these because of the Talavera painting, but they're plastic. And I'm Mexican. I know how to hold a taco. I kind of like the idea of this, and then I thought, do you really need something to hold your peppers up in the grill? Another regrettable purchase. I forgot about this little birdie. Look at it. Oh, what was I thinking? This was cool. I almost got it, but I'd probably chop a finger off, and I don't need that drama in my life. This was adorable. Really, really cute, but I'd probably lose him before Halloween anyway. My mom had these, and I wished that there were more. I looked and looked for at least one more, and there weren't. So sad. Hola guys, it is many hours later and we just got home from the movies and I unloaded the car with the stuff that I picked up today on the way home and figured while I have a little bit of energy, let's go ahead and do a little haul because some of this stuff is actually going to go outside. I have plans for some of this stuff. And I'll take you outside with me tomorrow because things are slowly coming into play. And again, while I have some energy, I want to take advantage of it and get a little bit done out there. What I can do. This morning, since I was running late because of little dude's nose situation, while I was waiting, you know, to give him some downtime and see what his temperature was going to do, I went ahead and went outside and started puttering around, and I hung up some more things on the fence, little metal art and stuff like that, and straightened up just a little bit out there. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and getting a few things done. I want to set up the patio, just things I want to do, and then I have to go to Walmart, and I ran out of bird seed. I filled some of the bird seeds, and I started this morning. I filled 2 of my bird feeders and I ran out of bird seed. And then I'm starting to get that little tree out in the front decked out with feeders and little bird houses for my birdie B&B to be ready when spring hits. So I puttered around for maybe an hour and it was lovely. The weather was amazing and it's just what I needed. And then I went to work and here we are. So I did stop off at the Goodwill and went to Thrift Town. Now I was gonna go into the bins, but the last time little dude and I were at the bins, something strange happened, guys. We went in and they started ushering us out around noon, and I thought they were closing early, so I said, a few people were asking if they were going to open back up. And they told one of the ladies who was asking, if you are going to be in the group that's going to come back in, yes, we're going to open back up. And I'm like, what do you mean the group that are coming back in? And they said, if you spend a certain amount of money, you're allowed to come back in. So I don't know if that was that day they were doing that. I don't know if that's a new thing. And I blame the resellers, guys. I blame the resellers because the resellers, for one, the prices have gone up per pound on everything because of the resellers. And I think Goodwill realized we're making a whole lot of money with these resellers. So let's have them spend a certain amount and then they can come back in when we pull out all the new bins. And I think that's kind of jacked up. Okay, I think that's kind of messed up because it ruins the bins for folks like me and a bunch of other people who just like to dig through junk, who just like to dig through and find amazing bargains at cents per pound, or now $1 and a few cents per pound. It just sucks. I was like, what is that? And I'm just curious, if I am in my right mind and remember, I may ask next time I'm there, what is that about? You mean to tell me you can't come back in after the cutoff if you haven't spent a certain amount of money? And how do y'all prove that a person has spent that amount of money? Do they have to show off the receipt when they open the doors back up again to prove that they're part of this elite Goodwill bin group that can go in for more? Like, it's taking the fun out of it, if that's what it is. But apparently something's going on. But anyway, that's all that to say that I didn't go into the bins because I didn't want to be chased out, ushered out, or asked for a receipt so that I could cross the velvet rope into the junk bins. But in the store, I grabbed these latex, guys. Looks so real, feels so real. Latex succulent picks. Okay. They're going to be put into soil, into some little pots. And They're really pretty, and I want to use them inside somewhere. I have these beautiful glass mason jars, not mason jars, these apothecary jars that I have succulents and seashells in. But I currently do not have an empty apothecary jar. But if I come across one at the thrift stores, that's where these are going to go in, nestled in there, maybe in some little white stones. But for now, I'm going to settle them into a flower pot, and I want to use them inside, but I also want to use them outside. I told you guys I got some things going on out there, okay? So these might go out there, but they're latex and thick and heavy and beautiful. And they were a little expensive, but because latex foliage is expensive, I did not mind paying the $3.99 for them. I thought they were gorgeous. Then I found this thing, and I'm a little iffy when it comes to plastic, just because I've been burned before, where there's like a hairline crack in it and then it's seeping. But I found this pitcher with a little ice receptacle thingy. You freeze your ice, and you set it in your pitcher, and then it has this little strainer in there in case you have fruit or that type of thing in it. It's it has some scratching here, but it's okay. I just thought it would be really nice to have outside on barbecue days, or working on the yard days, or just chilling out there trying to be bougie with the bees kind of days. I just really thought it was pretty, and it was $4.99. So grab that. And then the only other thing I grabbed, and I was like, oh, I am having so much luck with this style, you guys. Oh, another wooden cross, y'all. Look. I am finding so many wooden crosses at the Goodwill. I love the rustic look of it. Oh my goodness. I now have 1, 2, 3, and then I made one. So 4. But 3 found, thrifted, scrap wood crosses. This was $5.99. It was a little expensive, but are you kidding me? Y'all know I'm going to leave this behind. And Hobby Lobby was selling it for $21.99 at one point. Just gorgeous. So pretty. That's everything that I picked up at the Goodwill. And then at Thrift Town, I don't know what this is, but it's a little metal yacht. Okay, a little metal, well, not a yacht, a little metal sailboat. Okay. And I got it for my fish wall outside over my water hose. Has all that marine action going on. I thought it would be a pretty little addition. But I'm wondering if it's a hook. Or is this a thing with boats? Like, do boats or cruisers have these things on them to keep them afloat? I don't know. I'm scared of the water. So I've been on a boat one time. It was a speedboat. And as long as we were splashing through the waves, I was good. But when we docked to fish, I thought I was going to die. So I don't know anything about boats, other than I won't ever get on another one again. But this was pretty, and it's going to be a lovely addition. And it was $2.99. And the colors at Thrift Town today were blue and white. And I didn't find any blue or white. But I grabbed that. I did bring him home. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at the detail. It is so pretty. I don't think it's broken. I don't think it's broken. There's a little possible splintering on the top of this little feather. But oh, look at that face. It's so pretty. And look at the claws and the detail. Just a lovely little piece of wood. I also want to use this outside. But it's so pretty. I don't want it to swell with any rain or crack with the sun. But it's beautiful, and I'll figure something out with it. It's $2.99. It's definitely going to be used for decor. If I keep it inside, I know where I'm going to use it. If I keep it outside, I know where I'm going to use it. So it definitely has a home. I just haven't decided where. Which home. Grabbed him. It's a candle snuffer, Mel, whatever. It's a brass one, honey. This is a solid brass candle snuffer, guys. And it was $1.99. So stinking pretty. And I do use them. I'm a little bougie that way. I do use them. Because every time I blow out a candle, I don't burn candles a lot, but every now and then I get in this mood where I want the ambiance of candles. And if I don't snuff them out and blow them out, the smoke goes up and sets my smoke alarms off. It's annoying, okay? It's annoying. Brass. Y'all know I like me some brass. So I grabbed that. And then I went ahead and grabbed these beautiful metal lanterns. They have a little hole on the bottom. You put in your tea light, you put in your candle, and I bet the glow is going to be beautiful. I love the flower detail on them. Very lovely, and I was so happy that there were two. I currently have a black pagoda little lantern outside, and I move it from this spot to this spot to this spot to this spot, and I love it. And I've put a little tea light in there. I put a little little solar light in there, and it's really pretty, but it's so lonesome. And now, even though these aren't black, now that little pagoda is going to have some friends, and I think it's going to be pretty in a little grouping. Again, I have ideas. You guys will see what I'm talking about tomorrow. Then the only other thing, oh, I'm sorry. And each one was $3.99, which I did not mind paying because they're beautiful. They're beautiful, and they're going to be a nice addition. Look at the rusting and the crusting. I like that. I like when the metal gets patinaed like that. It does not bother me at all. But each one was $3.99. And then I found this little random bag. Okay, this little bag was $2.99. And the reason I wanted it was because there is a little mini set of salt and pepper shakers in there. So let's go ahead and open it so I can take a sneak peek-a-loo at what else is in here. There's also a little figurine in here that I thought was friggin' adorable. Ooh, guys, look at how cracked my skin is. I'm just popping and peeling and, look at these black nail beds. But we're almost at the end of everything, guys. We're almost at the end, of the bad stuff. But again, $2.99. They don't look chipped. Oh, they're so pretty. I'm gonna sip. They both, it's only 2 holes, but yeah, like little salt and pepper birdies. How freaking adorable. And they have the little stoppers in them. So cute. There's a little magnetic kitty cat, a little Christmas cat with a yarn ball. Okay. A little 1998 Priscilla Hillman Enesco Corporation little doodad, little decoration. It's a little cabinet with a countertop. It looks like they're baking cookies. There's a cookie cutter, a spatula, and some milk. Isn't that cute? Little cabinet. Now this little figurine, oh, no, it's not a, I don't know what this was. It has a little hole in it, so I thought it was a salt or a pepper shaker because there's a little hole here, but there's no cork. But look, isn't he cute? Isn't he precious? He's just the cutest little doggy. Adorable. Okay. What is this? Is this a game piece? I don't know what this is. It's flowers, but I don't know if it's a game piece or I don't know what it is. And then a little magnetic kitty cat. So these things right here, whatever. But I bought them. I bought that little bag for the doggy and the birds. It's just something about those pieces. I was like, I can do $2.99 for the little doggy and some birds. But that's it, guys. That's everything that I picked up on my way home from work. And right now I am exhausted, but in a good way. Little dude is upstairs trying to figure out what time his dad is going to pick him up. I'm going to go scrub my face, put on my nightgown, and put this video together. And I hope you guys had a fantastic Friday. I will see you guys again tomorrow. You guys are going to be puttering around outside with me as long as I can be out there. I don't want to push myself because my goal is to have a fantastic Monday through Friday next week. It's supposed to be a straight week, no doctor's appointments, with the exception of Friday. I have to go get my labs done on Friday before the big last treatment on the 9th. But next week is supposed to be good, and I want to stay good. So I'm not going to push myself, but I'm going to be solo. So you guys are going to keep me company out there. Okay? Okay? Because I kind of like the way things are coming together out there. It's got a long way to go. I haven't gotten any gardening done. I haven't started any seeds. I haven't done anything, but the yard itself is coming together very slowly, but it's coming together. So I will see you guys out in the yard tomorrow. But for tonight, I'm going to go get ready for bed. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. I hope y'all are going to have a fantastic weekend in case y'all don't visit with me or I don't get to visit with you guys or whatever. But until my next go around, I love y'all bunches. Bye.